Hey y'all. Today I'm fixing to plant some butterfly bushes. I had said in one of the videos that I wanted to kindly disguise the pool behind me, the above ground pool. So I'm going to be working on planting some things in this area to, kindly distract you from seeing the above ground pool. I've got quite a bit of stuff planted here, and let's take a look at some of the butterfly bushes that I'm going to be planting today. This is one of the proven winter butterfly bushes. And I think I've actually grown this one before, but I planted it too deep. If you live where you have, a good bit of rain in the spring and winter and all that, you really want to plant the butterfly bushes where they're actually sticking up out of the ground. This is the Pugster Pinker from Proven Winners. And I actually just bought these a few days ago. I got let's see, they need 6 or more hours of sunlight. Because you want to put your butterfly bushes in full sun, because if you don't, they're just not going to bloom right. I've actually got a big one that's planted where it gets part shade, and it does bloom, but they're just sparse here and there during the summer, so I'm going to have to move it. But this one is a smaller one. It'll only get 2 to 3 foot tall and 2 to 3 foot wide, which again for me is going to be a 3 by 3. And so we're going to plant this one here, and then I'm going to bring y'all and show y'all the okay. And on this side of the arbor, we're going to plant the Pugster Amethyst. And it has the same specs. It's going to get, probably for me, it'll be a 3 by 3. And you can see this one has a purple bloom. And I think these are so pretty. I have the Pugster Blue, and it's pretty good size. I'll show it to y'all before I start planting all these. And beside of that, I'm also going to plant, now this was a plant I got in the fall on clearance at Home Depot. Actually, this might have been in the winter time when I got this one. But it's going to be 3 foot tall and 3 to 5 foot wide. So I'm just planting 5 foot wide. And I am planting these a little close, but that's fine because I'll just keep this one pruned. This is the Abelia Suntastic Peach. Now, I have the Kaleidoscope Abelia, and it's planted kind of directly across the setting area from here on the other side of this big area. And so I think this is going to be pretty. And I got one more butterfly bush that I'm going to plant here, and I'm going to show y'all. Okay. This is the butterfly candy butterfly bush, the little taffy budlias. And I actually got this one on clearance at Walmart, I guess about a week ago, because you can see we had a little bit of a freeze and it knocked back some of the leaves on the top, which is fine. It's not going to hurt anything. And I had actually bought one of these, I guess it was last fall, I'm not sure. And I left it sitting in the pot on top of the ground for the majority of the winter. And it looked dead when I planted it. And I was thinking it probably was. I thought it was going to be okay until I started pulling it out of the pot. And then I realized that it was not okay. But I went ahead and planted it just in case. And as I figured, it didn't come back. It it actually is down there, and it has, you know, it's just dead. I broke it down all the way to the top of the ground, and it was dead. So I'm going to replace it with this one. This is actually the same thing, but I can't remember if the other one was pink or if it was purple. But I think this is going to be really pretty here because I'll have the purple, the amethyst over there, and then the Abelia will be an evergreen. So I'll have, you know, evergreen interest there in the wintertime, and then this butterfly bush will be here. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this here, but I have a white one on the other side of this rose bush. And then I have the Pugster blue right here. And so it'll be kind of like a trio near this walkway here that goes to the pool. And so let's get these planted. So let's get these planted, and then I'll show y'all what it all looks like. And you can see clearly that one is just dead. Now I'm going to show y'all how high I'm going to leave this sticking up out of the ground. Because like I said, I've lost probably at least 2, maybe 3 over the last few years from planting them too deep. So I'm going to leave this one sticking up quite a bit out of the ground. The ones that I did that with later, after I lost those, have been perfectly fine. And now this time of year, you want to put water in the hole. I just forgot to do that just now. But it'll be okay. You just want to make sure you water it in really good. It's better to put dirt in the hole and then water it in. Of course, like I said, I forgot to do that, so we're just going to go with it. And we're going to do the Abelia next. We're just going to go in a row. And now these pots, I don't know that they're going to stay here. They're definitely getting painted. Whatever I decide to do with them. So let me get this hole dug and I'll be back. Okay, with this one I'm going to remember to put the water in the hole first. And you can or cannot fill up the whole hole. I usually don't. Just lost a lot of the dirt. I love the chartreuse colors on the Abelias. And this one actually, the Abelias will have several colors. And they also bloom. The other one I have, the kaleidoscope, has a really pretty flower. I'm sure this one will too. And that looks good. And you just want to add some more water once you get it planted so you can, you know, help get rid of some of the air pockets. And this one was actually starting to struggle. It really needed planting. Okay, 2 more to go. Okay, let's get the amethyst planted. The way I like to check and see if these holes are deep enough when I'm planting something is I just take the whole pot and I drop it like that. And I think that I might need to put a little bit of dirt back in the hole because I want to make sure that this is going to be sticking up above the ground enough to where it's not going to rot the crown, basically, is what happens. And this grass that I just put in there will break down and, yeah, that's better. So let's put some water in the hole. This one was really needing to get out of the pot too. I had trouble keeping it watered since I bought it, and I've not had it very long. And I think that's about right. So let's fill in the hole. Now we're just going to water it in. And then you might be looking at this and thinking, why would you leave it sticking up out of the ground like that? But if you bury that crown too deep, now if you live where it's hot and dry, you can go deeper than I do here in my area. But if you bury it too deep, it will rot if you get a good bit of rain. It does not like standing in water like that. During the hot part of summer, it likes a good drink, but it wants to drain really quick. So one more to go. Okay, let's get this Pugster Pinker in here, and we will be done with the butterfly planting. Now also keep in mind that while these are sticking up out of the ground decent, I'm also going to mulch around these. So when I do that, it's going to bring it up a little higher around the, closer to the top of where it was potted. But I think that's going to be good. Okay. Now that I've got that done, let me show y'all what it looks like here. I don't know how well this is going to show on the camera because the sun is not, we're facing it right now. But this is kind of what it's looking like out here. And you can see the drift roses are completely leafed out, and they're starting to get covered in buds. I'm excited to see the blooms on those. And again, like I said, I don't know if these 2 flower pots with the trellises in them are going to stay there or not. Probably not. But they're definitely going to get painted wherever I end up putting them or leaving them. And now let's move on to the other side and take a look at what it looks like. Okay, this is from a distance. You can kind of see what I got going on here. And this is from this side. You can kind of see what's going on here. And that little taffy butterfly bush that I said I got on clearance at Walmart because of the frost damage, it was regular $24.97, I think, and I got it for $13. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. It's on that side. And so now that things is really starting to come up, I think it's going to be real pretty out here. And you can see on the other, behind those pots is the Pugster Blue butterfly bush. And then, of course, I showed you the white one behind that rose. And so I think this is going to be really pretty to continue the butterfly bushes, like I said, from that side all the way around to to continue from that side all the way around to the other side over there. I think it's going to look really pretty. So I think that's it for today. Until next time, bye.